Hey, good afternoon. What is it? Thursday afternoon? Good afternoon, all. I'm just tidying myself up. I've got my nephews for the day, and I'm going to take them out for a little while. So we're just going to pop out. So I thought, let me tidy myself up. It's been a little bit of an emotional day so far. Today is results day for GCSEs here in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else, but where I am, today is the day that all the kids that have just finished secondary school get their results back from doing their GCSE exams. So they've been getting their results since this morning. And my son has had his friends have had their results. They've actually gone out for a walk. He's gone out with his friends and that for a walk. But yeah, his results weren't what he expected, weren't what he worked for. Reese didn't get the grades that he wanted or needed. They were less than what he needed. And yeah, he's gutted and he's upset, but I know he's trying to be brave about it and not get too deep about it. But I know that it's hurting his heart. I can see it in his face. I know it's hurting his heart. But and I think he was worried that I was going to go mental. But I didn't go mental. I mean, what's the point? At the end of the day, it is what it is. And, this is his journey, his path, his life now, And nothing I can say to change that. It just means that his path's going to be a little bit different. And we now need to relook at the plan and see where he goes from here, because he hasn't got the grades that he needed to get into the course that he was applied for college. So I now need to call him and find out what happens now. I'm assuming he's going to have to retake some stuff. But does that mean he can do the course? Not do the course? I don't know what it means. It's all very confusing compared to when I went to school, so I'm really not sure. And myself as a mum, I'm battling with those voices that come ready to come and attack you and fill your mind with nonsense that, I didn't work hard enough as a parent, as a mum, to help him get better grades. Maybe if I'd been a bit stricter with his studying and all of these things, all those thoughts go through your mind. And then the comparison comes in as well. I've seen a lot of posts from people on social media today, shouting out their kids celebrating their grades, which is amazing. Like my little cousin got 5 GCSE passes. I don't know what the grades were, but I just know that he passed at least 5. And some of Reese's friends did really well as well. And you do that comparison, and I know he's doing that as well. Some of his mates got X, Y, Z, and he didn't get. Me as a parent, I'm like, ugh, the comparison, the self-doubt, the guilt, all of that starts to pop in, has been popping in all day, and I've really been battling with myself to try and be like, don't think that way. Don't think that way. Don't think that way. It is what it is. I mean, myself academically, I wasn't the best either. I really wasn't. I hated exams. I hate exams now. You put me in a room and say you've got X amount of time to complete something, and I can pretty much tell you before I start that I'm not going to get there, because it's something about being put under that pressure of a time limit. I don't know. I can't do exams. Whereas if you ask me to do, well, back in the day it was called coursework. you know, where you had a number of weeks to put an assignment together and that sort of thing. I can do that, and I actually enjoy doing that, doing the research and taking my time. But put me in a exam room and say you've got to answer this many questions in this amount of time. Even if I know the answers in that moment, my mind will go completely blank, and I won't be able to do it. So I'm not saying I was a person that had high grades when I did my GCSEs. I didn't. I wasn't one of them kids. I'm still not one of those people that's academic. I have to study things. I have to go over things over and over and over for it to get in my head. And if it's something I'm not passionate about, it's even hard. It's just like even harder for it to stay in my mind. So, but I can't help feeling like I could have done something different or could have done better to help him. So I feel I'm a little bit upset with myself a little bit. Hey Valentina, hey V, how you doing, sis? Sorry, I wasn't looking down. I can see V's here. Hey V, wasn't expecting anyone to be here. I'm just talking at myself, to be honest. I've got to get it out of my system, or it's gonna fester. I'm getting upset about it, look. And I shouldn't get upset about it because it's just grades and it doesn't mean anything. And there's plenty of people in this world that have no grades at all and are living their best life, right? So it's not the end of the world. I know it's not the end of the world. I just, you know, when you see your kids so upset and disappointed, and you can see they're doing what mum always does, tries to fight it and just smile through it and be like, it's all right, it's all good. And you can see what he's doing. You can see it. I feel like I've just let him down. And I guess he's probably sitting there thinking that he's let me down, and he hasn't. He's gone for a walk with his friends to clear his head and stuff. And I'm going to take my nephews and Reese Levi out for a little bit. Get out of the house for a little bit so I can just stop the chatter in my brain, you know. I guess I'm more upset because I'm all right, V. I haven't redone my hair. No, it really needs doing. I just haven't had the time to process, to take it all out, to put it back in, and I haven't had the chance to do it. It really needs doing. All I've done is up. It's just up. I've just pinned it up. I haven't even done that properly. But yeah, we know it's not the be all and end all, right? To whether you get good grades or not, you know, you can still go out there and live your best life. But no, I don't want this one. But for me, it's just kind of like, life's so much harder when you don't have these things, right? Because your options are limited. And we already know people that control everything don't make it easy for those people that don't have all the things that they say we should have. And I just don't want his life to be hard. Just don't want his life to be hard. So I'm gutted. Not disappointed in him. There's a difference. I'm not disappointed in him. I'm just gutted for him because it means we're going to have to pivot, and it just feels like sometimes nothing comes easy for us. It'd just be nice to do something and it just go ping into place, but it never. Not for us. It doesn't work that way. We have to work super hard to achieve anything that we want. So that's where we're at. So those of you that did have kids today getting their exam results and you got really good results, well done. Congratulations to you all. You know, that must be an amazing feeling. And for the child, it's all over in that regards. They're not stressing about exams anymore and all of that. Must be an amazing feeling to know that you can do the course that you want to do, whether that's college, sixth form, or maybe some are going straight out to working in something, I don't know. But congratulations to you. And for those of you that didn't get what you want, I don't want to say failed, because I've seen a lot of posts today as well talking about kids failing and blaming the system and blaming this. I mean, I do believe that the system is completely flawed. It's not working, hasn't worked for many, many years. And I don't understand why they've made it so hard for these kids to do the GCSEs when these are the children that all missed out a huge chunk of their education because the world decided to lock us in for the 2 years. These kids have lost out so much time. And I know some people say, well, it was down to the parents to teach them in that time. But really, most people had to go to work. Those that were able to go out to work were out at work. So a lot of people were working from home. Like, it's just a whole mess. And I just think that they've made the grading so much harder for kids that got less. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. I can't change the system. But I don't want to say that these kids failed. They just didn't achieve what they hoped for. They didn't fail. They've learned a lesson. Some of them, it may be that they need to study harder. Some of them may be that they need to study full stop. Some of them, you know, it just makes you realise that you're not academic and that you're more of a creative human. Like, you know, so I really hate this whole, they failed, or, you know, because you don't know how damaging that can be when you're telling someone you failed. You failed. How damaging that can be. Someone can carry that for the rest of their life. Most of us do when you're told stuff like that when you're younger. Hey, Charmaine. You wasn't great at school either, V. No, I was crap at exams and stuff. I just wasn't my thing. Still isn't. I know, V, but it's hard not to blame yourself because, you know, you roll back and you think, okay, maybe if I had made him sit down and study for 5 hours a day and all of these things, you know, and I don't mean this disrespectfully to anybody out there, and I hope nobody takes it this way, you know, but I got a lot of Asian friends, Indian friends, for those that wonder what that is, because I know if you're in the States, Asian to you is Philippines, Chinese, that sort of thing, but over here, Asian is also Indian. And I find the Asian community, always have done, even as a kid, those kids are brought up to study 24/7. Some will say that's not good because they don't get a childhood. And some will say that's a great thing because they are the ones that always get the top grades. I didn't want to be that mum that was on my child's back every minute about studying. I don't know if that's the right or wrong thing to do, but I do the best in my situation. I'm a single parent. I don't have a second pair of hands, a second person, a second voice to back me up on things or to keep an eye on things. You know, it's just me, and things slip, things happen, and I have to let some things go like this. When it comes to my kids' schooling, I tell them all the time, I've done my schooling. I've done it all. So whatever grades, whatever you do doesn't affect me because it's not my journey. It's not my life. It's yours. That's how I've taught them. It's yours. So if you don't do X, Y, Z, then you have to be prepared to deal with whatever the consequence is of that. Because I can't do it for you. If you don't do your homework, like I say to Levi or Tony, you don't do your homework, that's absolutely fine. Doesn't affect me because it's not me that the teacher's going to be on giving detention to. I just need to do my lips. My lips are really dry. The teacher isn't putting me in detention. I'm not the one missing my breaks and all of that. It's you. So you have to make that decision. Whether you want to miss your breaks every day or whether you want to do what you're supposed to do. That's kind of how I've taught my kids, because I don't know if it's a single parent thing, I don't know. But for me, in my life, or my experience as a single parent, it's really tiring to keep shouting and screaming at your children when you're trying to run the home, you're trying to do the work, you're trying to do all of these things. When there's two of you, you can have, you know, you've got that support. I don't have it. So I guess some things you see as less important or you don't put so much energy into, because I can't do it all. There's only one of me. There's only one of me. But with this, I kind of feel like maybe I should have put more effort into make sure he was doing more studies. Maybe I should have sat down with him and studied with him. But again, that's another thing. Trying to study with your children today, with like, I don't understand any of the subjects they do. I don't even understand how they do maths today. The way they work out maths today is completely different to how I was taught. Completely different. I don't have the first clue now when I look at You know, there's been times Levi's asked me, and I'm like, I can't even help. How am I supposed to help my kid when I don't even understand what the teacher's even asking? Like, it's just, I don't know, but that's where we're at. Sorry, I'm missing your comments. Yes, most geniuses were not good at school. Right. I think at the end of the day, as long as they tried, that's all that matters. School life is difficult today. It is, Charmaine. I agree. What happens if they don't pass the exam? They need to. Well, from what I understand, is if they don't pass, so whatever subjects they've chosen for college, if they don't get the grades that they need for that subject, they have to resit. I know definitely maths and English. If you have not got what they consider to be a pass, you have to retake those at college or sixth form. I don't think you have a choice in that. I think that's a legal thing, like legal, that you have to resit those. I think, from what I'm hearing. Don't quote me on that. Like, do your research on that, ladies, because I need to look that up myself. And with the courses that they've chosen, I think some courses have a lower, like if you're on a level 3 course, I think they have options that they will move you down to a level 1 or level 2 or whatever, something like that. I think, I'm not entirely sure. I need to ring the college and find out what Reese's options are. I was going to do it today, and I just thought, you know what, they're probably going to be inundated with people calling up for one. And I know the minute I call them and open my mouth, I'm going to get emotional. I know I am, because I'm in that state of mind. So I thought, leave it for today. Give them a ring tomorrow, where I would have had a little bit of time just to get myself together, if that makes sense. And hopefully the lines won't be so busy as well. So I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I think, is that they have to if they've not got the what's considered a pass grade for maths and English, I think they definitely have to retake those. Like Reese's, one of his friend, his girlfriend, should I say, she's not been in school since lockdown. Various different reasons as to why she hasn't been in school, and she's diabetic and she was bullied a lot. There's lots of different things, right? So she hasn't done her GCSE exams, so she's actually taken them in college, as well as doing the course that she's chosen. She's able to do the course and retake her exams at the same time. So I think she has to do 1 day a week that she goes in to do her maths and English. So I'm assuming it's going to be a similar thing. Maybe, I don't know, because he's on a media course and he got accepted for the level 3. But I don't think he'll be able to do the level 3 because he hasn't got the grades that they said he needs for that. So I'm hoping, oh, let me poke my eye out, that there's a level 2, level 1 that he can do in that subject. But I just don't know. So I'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Take some time to relax today. Yes, Charmaine, like I said, I'm going to take the kids out, go and have some fun with them, get my mind off it, and then deal with it tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like right now I'm being stripped of so much stuff, and I'm grieving. Like, you know, my favorite jacket has disappeared. I don't know where it is. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know how it could just disappear like that, but it's gone. Other stuff has gone missing in the house, gone. I feel like stuff has just been taken from us. We can't see the reason for it right now, but I know there's going to be a reason for it, and it is like grieving, because you just feel like everything's about to change again, and I don't know where we're headed. I'm still trying to find a new place to live. I still don't know where we're going to be by the end of this year. You know, whether we'll be in a homeless in a hostel, whether we'll be put into a hotel, whether we will actually end up on the street. I have no idea. I'm still waiting and dealing with the whole eviction notice that we received back in May. We're still waiting. You know, the council are involved. They're trying to sort things out. They want to get in touch with my landlord directly if they can. You know, I privately rent. I'm not in the system in that way. But now I'm finding myself having to deal with the system because I need help. We've got nowhere to go. And I'm looking on the property sites every single day. Rightmove, all these different... Rightmove's the most popular one, more current. I'm looking at them all every single day and there is nothing available to even rent. There is barely anything to buy. And then what is out there, the prices are ridiculous. Like, I mean, ridiculous. Like, two bedroom flats where I live are up for rent for just under £2,000 a month. That's a 2-bedroom flat and there's 3 of us. And I have, at the moment, a 3-bedroom house, 3-bedroom bungalow. And I have also considered, and I'm looking at, okay, we may have to go into a 2-bed because of the cost of everything. That doesn't matter. The boys can have a room each and I can sleep in the lounge on the sofa. Like, it's not a big deal, right? I can just not have a room. It's a setback for a time being. But even that is proving difficult because of the prices. It's just, it's hard. It's really hard right now. It's really hard and I'm doing my best. And I know these voices in my head are really toying with me. They're saying things like, see, you're shit, mum. See, you can't even hold it all together. You can't even afford your own place to live. Why are you even bothering doing this? All of this stuff is going through my head. Even as I'm talking here live, it's all going through my head. And I'm like, should I try and do the bottom? No, I'm not going to do the bottom because I know I'll mess it up. It's all going through my head. Like, that's why I keep blanking out because I can hear it. And I know a lot of it's not true. I know it's not, but you can't, you know, you have to consciously say to yourself, that isn't true, or else you sit in it and you sink. Hey, Serge. You need time to get silence, sis. Yeah, I do. I need to sit in silence. It is a lot to deal with. There's a programme on TV the other night about the rent crisis at the moment. Serge, I mean, you can go and have a look yourself. Go on Rightmove and put in Watford, put in Bushy and surrounding areas. I cannot believe the prices. Like, the property I'm in now, they can re-rent this out for $2,500 minimum, easy. I pay $1,400 at the moment. They can rent it out for $2,500 easy. I can't afford that. I can't afford it. At this moment in time, my life at the moment, I do not have that kind of money coming in every month for me to be able to commit to paying $2,500 rent. I don't have it. You know, at this moment, I'm not saying I won't have it in the future, but this moment in time, I can't commit to that. And I am trying really hard. Well, no, I'm not trying hard enough. Let me just take that back. Be real with myself. I'm not trying hard enough in regards to putting my business, my online business out there. I'm not. I know I'm not. I know there's things I'm not doing. I know there's things I could do and I'm not doing. Out of fear, out of making excuses. I haven't got the time. It's pure fear. It's pure fear because there's things I'm not doing, are the things that I don't want to do because I don't like to do them or I'm scared of doing them. like this, live. I hate coming live. You know I hate it. I don't like coming live. I don't think I'm interesting enough. I don't think I've got enough things to say. So I'm saying all of this as well because there's lots of people out there that look at me and think she's so confident and she's so this and she's so that and she's got it all together. No, I haven't. We all have the same thoughts and feelings, just in different ways. And I haven't got it all together. I'm not confident. That's why you don't see me come live as often as you may see one of my friends that goes live every single day. They've got more confidence, or they just don't give a damn as much as I do. And it's something I need to work on. But I know that I need to push myself more if I want to grow my business to the next level where I am able to literally live just off what I'm earning from running my online business. And I need to get out there and push more, which is what I did before, and we were doing absolutely fine. And then the increases all came and it's just crashed our entire world. And it's just, now I have to start all over again. I have to start again. I have to push harder, and I have to get out of my own damn way and stop worrying about what everybody else is thinking or what everybody else is saying or whatever everybody else is doing. You know, I'm no different to anyone else out there. So if anyone's looking at me and thinking, oh, no, I am no different. I may be good at certain things, but there's other things that I'm not so good at or not confident in. I'm no different. And bottom line, for all of us, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're doing or trying to do, the bottom line, it comes down to you. You can sit and moan about it all day. You can go and speak to somebody all day. You can feed into the stuff in your life that isn't going so well and use that as an excuse all day long. Yes, you can. You're within your rights to do that. But then when you're not getting anywhere, it comes down to you. It always comes down to you. Nobody else. Not because so-and-so didn't do something, so-and-so didn't give me, so-and-so didn't, da-da-da-da-da, or I had to do X, Y, Z. No, bottom line, it comes down to you making that decision of what is most important to you. Do you want it bad enough? Well, whatever it is you want, do you want it bad enough? Look, most of us say, yeah, I would love to do, I want, but do you want it bad enough to work for it? Or do the things that you know you need to do it? That's the question we all have to ask ourselves. Nobody's got the magic pill to be able to give you to make your life the way you want it to be. Nobody has that power. Nobody. You have that power to change things in your life, and it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight as well. But if you don't start and try, then it's never going to change. It's always going to stay the same, which is the same with myself. Exactly the same with myself. I've got a situation, I need to find somewhere to live. I can sit on my backside and not do nothing about it and then end up on the street. Whose fault would that be? Most people will blame the landlord or the letting agency. They put me out on the street and and all of that. No, not really. Yeah, they evicted you for whatever reason, blah, blah. But what did you do once you knew that was the situation? Did you actively go out there and try to look for somewhere else? Did you actively go and seek help to help you financially, whatever it might be? If if you didn't and you just sat and waited for somebody to turn up and turf you out, then that's on you, isn't it? Right? So, I don't know. Let's show you. I thought about trying a coaching course. You're amazing at that stuff. Coaching? What, for me to be coached, or... Am I reading that wrong? Esther, have you thought about trying a coaching course? You're amazing at all that stuff. What, coaching people, Charmaine? Is that what you mean? You need to practice a bit of self-gratitude. Yes. You do need to practice self-gratitude. Like, I don't feel I appreciate the property that I'm living in now. I've been here almost 11 years in September. I don't feel I feel like I didn't appreciate the space that I live in enough, and that's why I'm losing it. Well, I haven't lost it yet because I'm still fighting it, but I feel like maybe I didn't appreciate it enough, and that's why I'm losing it. And now that I've got that hanging over my head that I could lose it, I'm appreciating the space a lot more. But we need to appreciate it before it gets to that situation. In whatever, appreciate what we have right here and now, and still go and move towards whatever it is you want. but appreciate what you got right here and now. So Reese with his GCSEs, no, you didn't get the grades that you wanted, etc. But appreciate that you did your best, you tried, and nobody is coming down on you, making you feel bad about yourself because you didn't get what you wanted. Appreciate that, because I know there's some kids today that are probably being abused verbally, hopefully not physically, but some will be. That's the way of the world, because their grades weren't what their parents wanted it to be. And there'll be kids out there today that are suffering because they didn't get the grades that their parents wanted them to be. They could have got a C, or I don't know what it's, you know, they do numbers and letters now, so I get confused. But I'm going to go by my, you know, a C was a standard in my day. That's not a bad grade at all, but their parent wanted them to get an A, right? You know, so saying, got to appreciate that you're not living that experience, and it's not over. You can just need to pivot and try new ways, find new angles to be able to go out there and do whatever it is you want to do, right? You could build yourself up slowly again and then start taking on clients. Build myself up and start taking on clients. I don't think anyone would pay. Who would pay me to coach them, Charmaine? I don't think anyone would. I don't feel, I don't know, with the coaching. I don't know. I like to help and support people, but would I make a good coach? I don't know. I mean, I don't really even have this. I don't even have the experience in that. The only experience I have, guys, is my life experience, my own journeys. That's all I share. I don't know. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I only have my own life experience. I share that, and in hope that it will inspire somebody else to know that no matter what, you can still keep going, or help someone that might be about to enter that journey to be able to get through it. Like, but whether someone would actually pay me to coach them, I don't know about that. But Charmaine, I really appreciate you even thinking that I would even be remotely good at that. So I appreciate that because obviously you guys see what I don't see in myself. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I'm doing. I haven't, just my eyes. I'm not putting no foundation, nothing on. No, that's it. Just my eyes. I don't know. For me, I am reflecting of how I can do things better. As some of you know, I've gone out and got myself a Saturday job to top up my income. Because again, if I lose this house that I'm in now and I have to go out and get another one, I am looking at minimum £2,000 minimum to rent somewhere else. Okay, so either way, I need to have more income coming in. So until I can build my business to that level that it's bringing in that amount of money each month, because you know, increased, I need to do what I've got to do to bring that in, because I can't build my business up overnight. So I've had to go and get myself a little Saturday job, which I'm doing, and it's fine. Again, I've spoken to V about this, and I've spoken to some others. The job itself is easy. The people I work with are lovely. The members that come into the club are really lovely. I don't have any issues with it at all. I don't like washing up every day when I go there, but it is what it is. But I am grateful for the job. I'm grateful that my good friend Nicola put me forward for that job, and I'm grateful that I got the job. I'm grateful for the extra income. I'm grateful for the people that I've met and how they treat me. I'm grateful for that all, and it's helping me through a struggle period. But is it what I want to do for the rest of my life? No, it's not. It's not the end. It's a here and now. And you know, so I don't want to get too deep into it, because it's not something I want to do for the rest of my life. You know, it's a here and now. Like when I was cleaning houses, didn't want to do that for the rest of my life, but it was the situation I was in at the time. It helped and it worked for my lifestyle, and I was grateful, and I'm still grateful for the time that I did the years that I was cleaning other people's houses, because I learned a lot of things about myself in that time. That I spent a lot of time on myself while I was cleaning people's houses, and in the house by myself. Most of them were out at work. I'd go in, I'd do the job. I got to put my earphones in, listen to podcasts, you know, listen to audios and tune into myself. And I got to learn a lot more about myself, my challenges and where I was going. So it wasn't just the financial income I was getting from cleaning people's houses. I got to work on myself at the same time. So it was a real blessing. But do I want to go back to that? No, I don't. Do I want to work behind the bar for the rest of my life? No, I don't. But I do what I have to do. I take the steps that I need to take to continue to move forward. And that's the hard bit for a lot of people. A lot of people, they get bad news or they get knocked down and they just give up. They literally just give up. Such things happen, you know, they lose their mind and then they're like, that's it, I'm done. And they give up. I'm not saying that you don't have those moments. It's important to have those moments and feel your feelings. Feel what's making you feel sad or frustrated or angry or even jealous. Whatever it is, feel those feelings. You need to feel it. It's important for you to feel it. You cannot learn and grow if you don't feel your feelings. Even if those feelings are negative, even those feelings of jealousy. If you find you're getting jealous a lot when you're looking at other people's successes and you're getting jealous a lot, congratulations, you just found out what you need to work on. Why do you feel so jealous? Why do you fear missing out on things so much? What is it in you that's making you feel that way? That's not knocking anyone. It's something to work. It's the Lord is showing you in your face that's something you need to work on. What is it that makes you feel jealous? Why is it not that you look at someone's successes and you're happy and you're like, oh my God, that's amazing, and it inspires you instead of it making you feel crap about yourself? That's something you need to work on. If you find that's a constant thing in your life, it's something you need to work on within yourself. It's not something that someone can give you, right? So it's just taking, like V said earlier, sometimes you have to stop dead and go silent and just listen to work out what's going on with you and what you're feeling, what's, you know, what you're telling yourself. Like today, the minute Reese came through the door, I knew it was bad news. I just knew it from his face. And I could see he was really nervous of telling me. And he had his exam paper in his pocket and he was really nervous. And I already knew that it wasn't, you know, just from his face. And he told me, and I could see the disappointment in his face. I could see he was trying to hold back the tears. And I didn't go on about it because I didn't want him to, you know, he's gone out of a walk with his friends. That's how he's dealing with it. And when they, you know, I got all emotional in myself. I went in the bathroom, I got emotional. I was like, oh my God, you failed. Like me, not him, me. You failed. Just let him down. Oh my God, you got to do better. When Levi gets there, you got to make sure you do better than this. Everyone's going to start comparing you. Family's going to start saying X, Y, Z. Well, she didn't put her foot down, or she didn't do, or comparing our kids against each other. And you know, you get all the mums comparing the kid, you know, all of this was going through my head and I was having a mini meltdown in my bathroom. And I had to stop myself and be like, okay, what is it you're feeling right now and why are you feeling that way? I had to stop. Instead of sinking in that, I had to stop and take stock of that. Why am I feeling like that? I do feel like that because I do feel it's not an excuse. It's just reality for me. I've always felt it. Being a single parent brings many, many struggles. There's lots of things I cannot keep track of. I cannot keep on top of because it's only one of me. So I do feel the guilt of that. I do feel like I wish I was more academic, that I could have been that parent that sat down and did, you know, you see these parents that sit down with their kids and they do the work with them and they fight, you know, I wish I was that parent, like, that was like that. Jealousy did come in this morning, the FOMO, when I was seeing other parents celebrating their kids. And my kid got 5, my kid got 6. And, you know, the FOMO did come in. The jealousy did come in. Why am I feeling like that? Because I want to be the mum that puts up a picture of my kid saying, yay, congratulations, he did so well. Like, I want to be that mum, but I'm not that mum. So, you know, all of those I've had to take stock and think to myself, why am I feeling that way? And then how do I move on from that it doesn't bring me down or alter my relationship with Reese? I don't want him to feel like I'm disappointed in him. I'm not disappointed in him. I'm just frustrated because I know how hard life is how difficult this system makes it for you when you don't have certain grades for X, Y, Z. The system makes it difficult for you. If you're not that person that will push and go round the back door to get in, it can be very difficult for you, right? So yeah, anyway, that's just my thoughts. So I thought, let me come here. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm just going to tidy up my face. I'm going to take the kids out. Let me come here and just talk it out. If I talk it out, then it's like for me, it's like a release. It's a release for me. So I'm talking it out. And I thought, let me do it here on my business page. I know I need to be more present here on my business page. Actually, you see me. I'm being really honest about it. I don't do it because of fear. I hate lives. I'm just not a live person. I'm just not. You find me in my stories all day long, but live, I don't know. That's a challenge for me. That's something I need to work on, I know. If you want to see me more live here, let me know. If there's something you'd want me to talk about, let me know. If there's something you want to see, let me know. And I will do my best to do those things. I'm not going to make any promises, because every time I make promises, I'm going to be here every day. I don't do it. So I'm not gonna set myself up like that and then kick myself for not doing it. I will be here when I'm here. All right. I got things I need to work on within myself, and I am doing that, but it takes time. And I'm on my own clock. I'm on no one else's clock. And same with you, with all of you. You're on your own time, your own journey, your own clock. No one else's clock. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. Be inspired by others, not jealous. Feel your feelings and work through them. Don't sit in them, and certainly don't go out there, and I've done it, so I can say it, go out there and be that energy vampire that is constantly feeding into the darkness of what is going on in your life. That does not mean your feelings are not valid. It doesn't mean that you can't feel what's going on in your life. That's not what I mean. But energy vampires, and I've been one, is when they're constantly going on about what is so wrong with their life and completely missing all of the blessings and all of the good that's in their life, and throwing in the towel, throwing the dummy out of the pram, because today the world has crashed, their world has crashed, and that's it, I'm done. I can't do, like, have your moment, throw it out of the pram if you want to, like, throw your dummy out, have the moment, then come back, pick yourself up, go and speak to someone that's going to kick you up the arse, not somebody that's going to just literally feed into it. That's not helping you. You need somebody that's going to give you that warm cuddle if you need it at that moment, embrace you, but it's going to be real with you as well, so that you can do better. That's just my thoughts. I'm no expert. That's just my opinion, and it's just how I try to live my life. You know, I just do my best. So yeah, so that's it. Hey Rachel. So that's it. I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to go because I want to take these kids out while the weather is still dry, and then come back later. It's Thursday today, isn't it? The week has gone again. Before we know, next week it's the end of August. Before we know it, we're going to be drawing into another new year. So I'm asking myself, what are you prepared to do and commit to make the changes to go in the right direction of where I need to go and be in the spaces that I need to be in? What am I prepared to do that? That's what I'm asking myself, and that's what I'm reflecting on right now. So I hope something I said today may help anybody else that has such great news today. Someone's knocking on my door. Yeah, it's one of my kids.
Well, I just want to say hi. I don't know if you were.
Oh, hi Liam. You're right.
Yeah, I'm good, and you?
And well done. Congratulations on your results.
Thank you.
Mum happy?
Yeah, she's good with it.
Yeah. You happy as well?
No, I'm past what I needed to pass.
So you're good.
Even if I failed other stuff, as long as I passed what I needed to pass, I'm happy.
You're happy. Well done. Proud of you guys.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you in a sec.
See you.
Sorry, that was one of Reese's best friends, Liam. He passed like you heard him say, he passed the subjects that he needed. He's going to a rugby college. He's amazing at rugby. That's his thing. He's going to a rugby college in St Albans. So he got what he needed to get. Bless him. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go and get these kids out before, you know, the rain decides to come down. I hope you're having a great day, everybody, whatever you're up to. And like I said, anybody who's in the same position with me, with kids that didn't get what they wanted, don't try not to beat yourself up. Figure out what happened. And, you know, hug your kids. Let them know that you're not, it's not the end of the world. Like, let them know. Don't fall into the pressure of what we see on social media today, because everywhere today you're going to see lots of celebrations. Don't fall into that pressure. I did it this morning. I fell into it and I was like, you know, like, don't fall into it. Don't fall into it. Anyway, I love you and I will see you soon. Mwah. See you later.